And warm welcome to the session. I trust I am audible. If I am audible, please confirm. Yeah, thank you. So we will wait for some more participants to join for another 5 minutes. So meanwhile, you can share about yourself using chat box, or you can unmute and tell me as well. Thank you, Rakesh. So good evening. I have somebody by 001256. If you could share your name, it will be great. 001256. Then we have somebody joining with the Google Pixel. Good evening, Nazrat, and welcome. Good evening, Ashwini. Rakesh, good evening and warm welcome. Thank you. Yeah, Rohini, thank you. Salman, good evening and warm welcome. Gangadhar Rao, good evening and warm welcome. So I should thank each and every one of you for joining this session. Saturday evening, you could have been doing anything and everything, but you choose to come and attend this session. Speaks a volume about your commitment. I had, in fact, more than 200 registrations for this program. So let's see how many, so that intention is there. Let's see how many of you, how many of those 200 are actually put their intention to practice. So Salman Rafiq says he's a freelance corporate trainer from Bangalore. Thank you very much, Salman, for joining in. We have Rohini. Rakesh, good evening and welcome to the session. Yeah, Rohini, good evening. I'm running job placement agency. Great. Thank you very much for joining in and sharing about our sessions with your colleagues and clients. Thank you. HR executive in automobile company, Rakesh. Thank you. Nirmal, good evening and warm welcome. So we will start the session. So thanks once again and warm welcome. Hi, Nirmal. Yeah, thank you. I am soft skill trainer from Bangalore.
संपलाय का
We will start. Good evening. Thank you very much once again for joining in on a Saturday evening. This program is about subconscious mind, using powers of subconscious mind with NLP. How we can use subconscious mind and its powers to remove negativity, increase positivity, and win in life. So we are going to spend around 90 minutes together. Yeah, Nazarat, thank you, ex-senior manager with PSU Insurance. Welcome. So what I'm going to do is I will take some 5 minutes of yours and tell you something about Apollo leadership and what we do at Apollo, and something about myself, and then we will get into this session. We will learn about subconscious mind, its powers, how it influences our lives, and how we can reprogram or re-imprint our subconscious mind. Then we can do a group demo. To do this group demo, I will need your videos to be on, because unless I see you, I will not be able to give you suggestions and you will not be able to experience the power of NLP. So I would request you to keep your videos on while we do that activity or NLP technique or demonstration. And then I'm going to tell you about the NLP certification course and some other course which we offer. Right. So this is what we are going to do. Again, I am requesting you that you can keep your videos on while we do the NLP technique, because I need to see you while uh, demonstrating that NLP technique. I will be able to do it only if you keep your videos on. So this is what we plan to do. Agenda for the day. So Apollo Leadership Training and Consulting, we provide customized training interventions, customized learning interventions. Our flagship program are on personal effectiveness and leadership skills. Our leadership skills program, we have a long-term leadership development program as well, where we cover 16 skills. These 16 skills have been identified by Harvard Business School as mandatory in their research across industry, across levels. So whether the company is into engineering, pharma, service, IT, whatever, these leadership skills are necessary for all managers and leaders across levels. So we cover those skills. A managerial excellence program, achievement orientation, managing change, personal effectiveness, time management, communication skills, and so on are our programs which we offer. One-to-one coaching and counseling is what we offer. And then I'm going to talk about NLP certification courses, NLP life coach, and train the trainer program. During this COVID times, we started doing online sessions, and we are continuing even after the COVID is through. Uh, we did more than 150 free sessions, and on more than 20 different topics. On NLP, we did programs like subconscious mind, power of affirmation, power of attraction, and then practicing mindfulness, success through positive mental attitude, and so on. Under self-development, we did programs like our self-confidence, superpower to success, power of habits, mindset thinking of successful people, how to turn our dreams into reality, and emotional intelligence. Under leadership, we did 4 programs. One we did on Thursday, and now Saturday we have another program. So that was the right leadership. The other personality types, communication and leadership, conflict management, they all are there on our YouTube channel. Then some unique sessions like law of karma, love languages, and emotional wellness. We provide learning consultancy where we help the small and medium organizations follow the entire learning cycle, right from training need analysis up to designing training calendar, training delivery, managing effectiveness of the training programs, using pre-assessment and post-assessment. We also identify internal trainers in these organizations, take them through TTT, help them learn how to design and deliver the content effectively so that they can also deliver technical programs internally within the organization and increase the technical competency. My name is Sanjay Goyal. This is about me. I was associated with Dr. Stephen Covey's organization for more than 10 years. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is the world famous book written by Dr. Stephen Covey, and it is the world's largest selling program across the globe on change management and personal effectiveness. Then I was also associated with Dr. Paul Hersey's Center of Leadership Studies. Paul Hersey, famous for situational leadership model. It was designed by him in 1960. It is the oldest and the most powerful leadership program across the globe, leadership model used across the globe. I am active on Quora. You can join with me on LinkedIn also. We have a YouTube channel right now. We are live on YouTube. So you can watch some of the programs which we have delivered in the past recordings. Some parts are also available. Some full sessions are also available. You can stay updated. You can visit our website. You can also connect with us on Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, and Telegram. Based on the social media which you are active on, you can connect with us. My book, What Stands Between You and Success, was available on Amazon, but now I have pulled it down for some additions, some for changes, and I will upload it by next month. So on this book, I am doing a session also, which I am going to share during the program. So this is what I have. When I do counseling, what I do, I will share it about my counseling and coaching experience during the program and at the end of the program. So what is coaching and counseling? What is the model I follow? And what are the things we can do? How we can benefit people? And how we can use these techniques in training, coaching, counseling, I will tell you during the course, uh, uh, coaching and counseling. Okay. So we will start. One thing I would like to share is that we are connected on Zoom through internet. So if there is any problem, you are not able to hear my voice, you can tell me and I will repeat it for you. If I get logged out by mistake due to network issue, I have a standby as well and I will connect with you again. So please bear with me. So you are free to unmute anytime and share. You can also use the chat box. I will try to check the chat box from time to time. So my request is keep yourself muted. You're free to unmute when you want to share or add value to all of us, because this is not going to be a one way where only I am going to speak and you are going to listen. So we all have huge experience and everybody can learn from us, learn from each other. So we are free to share using chat box or you are free to unmute anytime. So when we talk about subconscious mind, or unconscious mind. So subconscious mind and unconscious mind both are same. Uh, when we talk about subconscious mind, so mind overall, if it can be represented by a circle, this is how our mind would look. A smaller part would be the conscious mind and the larger part would be the unconscious mind. Now, what is the difference between conscious mind and unconscious mind? So conscious mind first is comparatively very small. It is almost 10% of the overall mind, whereas unconscious mind is almost 90%. So it is comparatively very huge. So if you compare it with a smartphone, like so smartphone has a processing memory which we is generally 2 GB, 4 GB, sometimes 8 GB also. And it has a storage memory. So it could be around 256 GB as well. We have OnePlus 6 phones which has a huge memory, 256 GB, and even Realme phone. So compared to the processing memory, the storage memory is very large. So if you compare it with the smartphone, this is how we can compare our mind and the smartphone. Right. Now, what does the conscious mind do? So when we talk about processing, our conscious mind is the logical part of our mind, which thinks, which decides, calculates, and takes decisions. So conscious mind, whenever receives information, will analyze, think logically, and take decisions. Now, whatever decisions it takes, it stores in the unconscious mind information it processes. It stores in our unconscious mind for future reference. So our unconscious mind acts like a storage device, like when we use a mobile phone, smartphone. So we receive a lot of information. This information is stored in our memory. Sometimes we edit photos, we filter photos and then upload it on Instagram, Facebook, and so on. So these processed photographs are also stored in our storage device. So this is how our unconscious mind also stores information. Now, apart from storing information, what does our unconscious mind do? Our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative. So our unconscious mind has ability to create and imagine. So how do we know that our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative? You can close your eyes for a couple of seconds. So I'm requesting you to close your eyes for a couple of seconds so that we can understand uh, how our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative. So close your eyes for a couple of seconds and think about a elephant. Think about a monkey sitting on an elephant and happily eating a apple. So monkey sitting on an elephant eating an apple happily. See the color of the elephant to be pink. So you can color the elephant to pink, pink elephant, monkey sitting on a pink elephant and eating an apple. Now you can open your eyes and tell me what did you see? My voice is very low. Is my voice very low for everyone?
No, sir, it's very clear.
Thank you very much.
So, what you asked was, well, we saw a monkey eating or
Absolutely.
sitting on a elephant,
Elephant.
pink
Yeah.
elephant,
Yeah.
and
And
eating
eating
an
an
apple.
apple. Right. So thank you very much. Yeah. So thank you, Chetan, as well. Okay. So monkey sitting on an elephant eating an apple. So my question was, uh, what did you see when I told you close your eyes, think about an elephant, think about a monkey sitting on an elephant, happily eating an apple, right? And imagine the color of the elephant to be pink. So what did you see? You can use the chat box. You are free to unmute anytime as well and answer. So like we said that the sessions have to be interactive. The training programs which we conduct in the corporate, many of us are trainers. We know the importance of interaction because the more we interact, the more we remember, the more the sessions become exciting and energetic. And we also remember the content for a longer time, and we can use it also effectively, right? So when the interaction level is high, uh, the participants remember the content more, remember the application more. So thank you. Rohini says it's a clear picture. Monkey ate apple, sir. Thank you very much, Yashwant, for that. So I'm sure most of you must have definitely, all of you must have definitely seen a monkey sitting on an elephant and eating an apple, right? Many of you could have imagined the color of an elephant to be pink, but it is very unlikely that we would see a monkey happily sitting on an elephant and eating an apple. But our mind could create it, right? Okay, so Chetan says, I saw it banana. So wonderful. So what happens is this shows that our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative. So we can create and imagine at the unconscious level or the subconscious level. Now, all the intuitions that we get, these intuitions also come from our unconscious mind. So those gut feelings which we call, they come from our unconscious mind. Our unconscious mind is also emotional. Now, how do we know that our unconscious mind is emotional? Okay. So there is one beautiful example is uh, when we watch movies, right? So all of us watch movies. Sometimes when we watch movies, we become emotional. So there is something in the movie that connects with us. We feel emotional. Uh, Many of us feel like crying. Some of us actually start crying. Now, uh, logically, we know that whatever is happening in the movie is not real. It is unreal. It is not happening in real time. Probably something may have happened in the past, maybe distant past. But we still feel emotional and we start crying. Why? Because emotions are stored in our unconscious mind. So when we are watching movies, right, emotional movie, and it connects, it triggers. So because unconscious mind is comparatively very large to conscious mind, our unconscious mind takes over because it stores emotions, and we start feeling those emotions even though logically uh, we are not there, so it is not happening, it is unreal. But because our unconscious mind is imaginative, comparatively very large, it takes over our logic, it takes over our conscious mind. However, after a certain time, emotions settle down, and then we get back into our logical mode. That is why it is said that when you are too happy or too angry or too sad, don't take any decisions. Take decisions when your emotions have settled down. Right? Don't reply to a mail, an email when you are when you are angry, when you are upset, because you may end up writing something which you may later regret. What else does the unconscious mind do? So we understood something about unconscious mind, that is very large, it stores emotions, it is a storage device. What else does the unconscious mind do? It works 24 by 7. So when we go to sleep, our conscious goes to sleep, but our unconscious mind works 24 by 7. Our unconscious mind does multitasking. So right now I'm talking to you, I'm breathing, my blood is getting circulated, my digestive system is on. So all my organs are internal organs are working. So you can say that all are uh, consciously what we can't control. Those tasks are controlled by our unconscious mind. So it is doing multitasking. Automatic response. So what is the automatic response? Uh, for suppose this is something which is hot. I catch it by mistake. Before I know it is hot, I will immediately drop it. Now this is an auto response. Fear is an auto response. We see a lizard, most of us, that fear comes automatically. We see a rat, we fear. So this automatic response comes from our unconscious mind. Automatic movements. I just spoke about automatic movement. uh, I drop it. So all these automatic response, automatic movements come from our unconscious mind. In the night, when we are kind of semi-sleep, uh, we have to go to washroom. So we will get up and we will go to the washroom even without consciously thinking or realizing, because we remember where it is. So those are automatic movements, habits. So all habits that we have are actually stored or controlled by our unconscious mind. Even our thinking patterns, we all have a unique thinking pattern. Like thumb impression, tongue impressions are unique. Similarly, our thinking patterns are also unique, and they are kind of controlled and stored in our unconscious mind. In fact, the research says 96% of whatever we do every day is controlled by our unconscious mind, or 96% of whatever we do in our lives is controlled by our unconscious mind. A very little part. We believe that a lot of things we are doing by thinking, right? By logical analysis. But 96% of whatever we do every day is actually automatic response, or we are doing without thinking. Only 4% of whatever we are doing everything are, I'm sorry, whatever we are doing every day, out of that only 4% is kind of controlled by our conscious mind, or it is logical. Logically, we have thought and we are doing it. Now, how does our mind work? So we receive huge amount of information from our senses every second, every minute, every day. This information reaches our conscious mind. So what our conscious mind is going to do? It is going to filter most of the information which we are receiving, which is not relevant or important for us. The information will be processed and it will be transferred to the unconscious mind for future reference. So the conscious mind will receive the information, it will process the information logically, reasoning, and it will store it in our unconscious mind for future reference. Whenever we come to that situation, or when we come to that object or that person again, what is going to happen? Our conscious mind, first thing is going to do is automatically go in our unconscious mind and search for same or similar information, and use that information for future reference. Like, for example, what do we see in this picture? So what do we see in this picture? So you are free to use the chat box, or you can unmute and tell me. I am sure you are able to see my slides. So Salman says lime or lemon slices. So you are right there. So you are able to see only lemon slices. Anything else? Something placed on 4 slices on lemon. Something placed, okay. White square on 4 round lemon slices. Thank you very much, Rohini. So we are able to see a square there. Now the question is, have I really drawn that square? So do you think that square is something I have drawn there? You can type yes or no. Yeah, Salman says no, thank you. So why are we seeing this square? So thanks Rohini Nazrat for your response. So we are able to see a square which is actually not there. Now why? Because our conscious mind, as soon as we see this image, we will go into it will go into the unconscious mind and check for similar information. So now we have seen lemon and lemon slices. So when we saw these lemon slices for the first time, somebody told us that okay, this is lemon and this slices of lemon. Probably the information came from our parents. And what we did was we stored this information. So the image of lemon and this is lemon is what is stored in our unconscious mind. We have also seen squares. So when we went to school, teachers taught us different shapes. So square, triangle, rectangle, where some of those geometric figures which we learned. So we have seen square and we know this is how the square looks. So our conscious mind goes into unconscious automatically to check for the information. Right? It is impossible for us to see a lemon and imagine a tomato or believe that it is a tomato or anything, or maybe orange. Very difficult for us, literally impossible. So what happens? Once the information is stored in our unconscious mind, it is literally impossible to remove that information. Whenever we will come across similar information, similar object, similar person, similar situation, we are going to act in a similar way, which we have learned over a period of time. Right. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is our conscious mind is dependent on our unconscious for information. It is receiving so much of information every minute, every second, that it is not possible for conscious mind to process everything. So what our conscious mind does, as we are growing, we are collecting a lot of information and that is getting stored in our unconscious mind for future reference. When we come across the same object, same person, similar object, similar person, similar situation, we are going to act in a similar way based on the information which has been stored in the past. Very difficult, literally impossible for us to change this programming, because conscious mind first thing will do is automatically go into unconscious and check for similar information. For example, you can see what do you see in this image? There is a second image next to the slices of lemon, right? So what do you see in this image? So we all can see tigers. There are many, right? They are in the trees also. And then there is a large one in the center. Then there is a smaller one sitting near a smaller tree within. So if you look at it carefully, you will see a lot of them. So this is how our conscious mind will go into unconscious and start creating the images. Start creating, because our unconscious mind is dependent on unconscious for information. Similar information it will always see. Thanks Rohini and Salman. Okay. Okay. Now let's talk. So we understood about conscious mind, unconscious mind, how they work. Now let us talk about the second part, that is positive emotions and negative emotions. Okay. Now, can you give me some examples of negative emotions? Can you please give me some examples of negative emotions? What do you think are negative emotions? So anger, fear. Thank you, Chetan. Thank you, Salman. Anger, fear. What else? Which are considered as negative emotions? Being sad, hatred, being sad. Thank you very much. So hatred, anger, fear, sad. That's all. Jealousy. Thank you very much, Salman. So jealousy is a negative emotion. Low self-esteem is a negative emotion, right? Okay. So let's see what I have. Okay. So let's see what I have. So anger, emptiness, frustration, fear, guilt, loneliness, shame, regret, sadness, jealousy are few of the negative emotions which we're talking about. Now, if you look at these emotions carefully, what do you think? Are these emotions really negative? Or are these emotions really unnecessary? What do you think?
I feel if we spend too much time or it's more than required, perhaps it becomes negative.
So, thank you very much. I could see Nirmal there. So, what we understand is that, okay. So, thank you very much. You are right there. So, what it means is to a certain level, they are required. To a certain extent, they are required. Beyond that level, they become uh, uh, they become kind of a hindrance, or they become negative, or they become an obstacle. Now, why do we need these negative emotions? So we need these negative emotions because they serve some purpose, right? Now, how do they serve a purpose? For example, how does fear help us? So what do you think? How does fear help us? You can use the chat box or you can unmute as well.
It
It
keeps
will,
us safe.
It keeps us safe. Thank you very much. It protects us. It keeps us safe. Imagine I have no fear. So what will happen? I will stand at the edge of the cliff without worrying whether if I fall, what will happen. Or simply when I am crossing the road, I will not worry about the speeding vehicles. And sooner or later, more likely that I will meet an accident. How does guilt help us? Stops us from making bad decisions. Thank you. So fear stops us from taking wrong decisions, bad decisions, right? Fear protects us. How does guilt help us? How does shame help us? Regret help us? So how does guilt help us? Or self shame helps us, right? So how does shame help us? It helps us not to repeat the same mistake. So thank you. So how does guilt help us? I do something wrong, I feel guilty. So I decide I will not do it again. If I won't feel guilty, I would keep on doing same thing again and again. Am I audible and visible? Because I see probably my system is hanged. You can unmute or you can use the chat box and tell me.
We can
you are
hear
audible.
you.
You are audible, but I think
Thank
your
you.
system is stuck.
Yeah, somewhere my video has stopped, I think. Okay. Okay. So just give me 1 minute. I will fix that. Okay. So we will use this standby camera for time being. Okay. Uh, so thank you. Okay. So we were talking about how these negative emotions are important for us. Okay. So guilt, shame prevents us from doing something which may not be acceptable for the society. If you don't have shame, you will start uh, uh, having nude photo shoots and kind of spreading it across and earning attention, undue attention, or due attention for it, right? So shame, guilt, when we feel lonely, it is an indication that something is wrong, because of which I am lonely. I need to, I need to do something. I need to work on building my relationships, have good relationship, better relationship, so that I'm not alone. So if you look at jealousy, jealousy indicates that, okay, somebody is better than me and I need to do something to improve myself on that. So if you look at these negative emotions carefully, they are actually not negative in negative terms. It means that they serve some purpose. However, if they go beyond a certain level, then they can pose a danger to us and they can be a serious problem to us. So positive emotions like negative emotions, positive emotions, negative emotions, both are important. Negative emotions are important for our survival. We survived through caves, a hostile environment. When we were living in caves, it was an hostile environment. So fear helped us survive, right? If we didn't fear, more likely we would have got hunted rather than hunting when we went out for food. So emotions are negative. Emotions are necessary. They are important for survival. Because of our survival instincts, we end up thinking 4 times more negative than positive. However, the problem with negative emotions is you cannot be too happy all the time, right? So it is impossible for us to be happy all the time, right? We will not see anybody who is happy all the time, 24 by 7, 365 days, very difficult, right? So when we talk about saints also, like if we talk about Gautam Buddha, we will not say that he is always happy 24 by 7. Yeah, he is at peace. So he is kind of at a level of acceptance. He is kind of, he is able to see the larger picture, wider picture. Maybe he has a deeper understanding, which common people like us don't have. But we cannot say that he is happy 24 by 7. Yeah, he's at peace, he's at contentment, he's at satisfaction. It is literally impossible to be happy all the time. But yeah, it is impossible, but it is very much possible to be sad all the time, negative all the time. And because negative thinking has the tendency of attracting more negative. So the more negative you think, the more negative you become. And the more negative you become, the more negative you think. So it is like a downward spiral. It will take you deeper and deeper into negativity. And unless somebody comes or you try, you have to really try hard to come out of that negative situation. Otherwise, it is going to take you deeper and deeper. I get a lot of calls that, okay, I'm going through anxiety, I'm going through depression, I'm going through overthinking, I'm not able to sleep. If I tell them, okay, come to the session, okay, I will do one-to-one session with you. So join the session. I do this now. This session is free. They can very much come see and understand why they are into negative mode and what are the things they can do to come out of that negative. So there will be an intention. They will come. Many times it happens that people are so desperate. They will write me an email, then they will message me, then they will also call me, and they will say, okay, I will come to this session. And there are many such people who contacted me, right? And they have never come to my session, right? Because somehow when they get into a negative mood, they believe that, okay, they cannot help, nobody can help, and they continue to live in that negative mood. Right? So why negative thinking is so dangerous? Because it is going to attract negative. It prevents you from, it prevents a person from taking a positive action, which will take them out of that negative downward spiral. And it's not a theory. I have been experiencing it for a very long time. Uh, I have seen many and very few actually come and really take some action to come out of that negative spiral. Otherwise, most of them continue to stay in that. So that is how the negative thinking becomes a challenge, right? I will give you one another example. So this is interesting, and probably that will explain why I'm sorry, why this negative thinking is so important and also so dangerous. I'm so sorry. Okay. So suppose a person eats an apple, that apple is so that apple has some toxic element. So it has some toxic elements, and we eat. I'm so sorry. Just give me a minute. Okay. So this apple has some toxic elements. We don't know, and we eat this apple. So what will happen? So if I eat an apple which has some toxic, something which is not good for our health, we eat it. What will happen? It spoils the taste. Okay. Now suppose that toxic element cannot be tasted, so it has no taste for us. Then what will happen? It goes inside our system. It spoils our stomach. Thank you very much. So what does it do? It spoils our stomach, means it may create harmful for health. So we may feel nausea, we may feel like vomiting, we may also vomit. Okay. And our system will try to get rid of that toxic thing. So what it means is, when I eat something toxic, my body immediately tries to remove that toxic element. Right. So feeling nausea, uh, uh, feeling like vomiting, actually vomiting is not bad. It is good, right? Because it is showing that it is an indication that something is wrong with my health. I have eaten something which is not good for my health. Suppose I eat a toxic apple, it has toxic element, but I don't feel nausea. I don't feel like vomiting. I feel fine. What will happen? So first situation was where I felt like vomiting, I vomited, felt nausea and so on. Upset, cramp in the stomach, that told me probably fever, that told me, okay, that there is something wrong with my system. Suppose all these things don't happen. If I eat a toxic apple, no nausea, no vomiting, no fever, no stomach cramp, nothing. What will happen? What do you think will happen? You can use the chat box, you can unmute and tell me as well. So I'm waiting for your response. Am I audible? It creates problems after digestion, after 2-3 days to stomach. So it will create problem, right? It will make us more unhealthy. Thank you very much, Rakesh. So it will make us more unhealthy, right? It will damage. If when we vomited, when we had stomach cramps, we vomited, we got everything out of our stomach, we felt better. If I didn't remove it, that will go into my system and do larger damage, right? So all this nausea, uh, stomach cramp, they all are positive because they are necessary because they indicate that there is something wrong with our system. There is something wrong with which I have ate, or something wrong with my health and I need to go and check. So they are all indicators. Similarly, when we talk about negative emotions, these negative emotions are an indicator that something is wrong in my life. If I feel too angry, if I feel too jealous, if I am frustrated, if I fear all the time, if I have too much of guilt, if I'm feeling guilty about things which I should not feel guilty about, if I am feeling shame about things which I should not feel ashamed about, or if I keep on regretting what I did in the past without looking in the future, then this is going to be a problem. So all these are indicators. However, when they become too much, then they are going to create a problem or danger to our lives. Right. Now, the part two. So when we spoke about conscious mind, unconscious mind, how they work. Second, we spoke about positive and negative emotions. Now, remember, emotions are stored at our unconscious level. 90% is our unconscious mind, and negative emotions, positive emotions are stored in our unconscious. So, unconscious will have 4 times more negative information. Now, the third part is when we talk about extraordinary success. Now, how do I define extraordinary success? For me, extraordinary success is something which I have not experienced before. So, success which I have not experienced before, or if I go further, I am thinking about success which nobody has experienced it before. Right. So, if I have to achieve extraordinary success, what is more important, logical thinking or imagination? What do you think? What do you think is more important? So Chetan says imagination, Rakesh says logical thinking. So imagination is Gopal Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Rakesh and Chetan. So what do you think? One or two more responses. We have 12 participants. So imagination or logical thinking. The answer, of course, many will say both. So you are right there. But what is more important? So Nirmal says imagination, Nazrat says imagination. So thank you very much. Uh, Rohini says imagination. Salman says imagination. Acha, Salman says logical thinking. Avinash says imagination, right? So what is more important is imagination. Now, why imagination is more important, right? Why imagination is more important? So it has to be imagination towards logical thinking, not logical thinking towards imagination. Why? See, you pick up any book, Power of Subconscious Mind, Success Through Positive Mental Attitude, Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You pick up any book on motivation, self-help, and how to achieve success, law of attraction. They will all say that first it is imagination and then it is logical thinking, right? Mental creation precedes physical creation is what Stephen Covey says in his book, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. The book which he wrote after doing research for more than 15 years, right? He did research on organizations which achieved success year after year. Some of the companies like Walt Disney, right? Disney Institute is in top 10 companies, top I think top 200 companies across the globe for last more than 50-60 years, and they have been consistently there. With the world changing so fast, how this company stayed in the Fortune 500 list, Fortune 500 list for such a long time? It is because their employees practiced certain habits, and these habits was penned down in Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. You should attend and you should suggest your companies to conduct these programs on seven habits and personal effectiveness. They are really, really powerful and life transforming for organizations and employees both. So he also says mental creation precedes physical creation. So to why I say imagination is more powerful, more important, it is because for anything to achieve, first you have to create it in your mind. If you believe you can do it, then you will start working on it, right? So if you have to even construct a simple flyover, first you have to make a map, draw, plan, and then you can put it into action. Without creating it on a paper or without imagination, it is not possible for you to uh, put it into action. Everything that is created in this world was first created in mind, and then it became a reality. Wright brothers, they've invented a they invented a flying machine. So thank you very much, Rakesh, for agreeing. And there is a myth. So this is a myth that imagination has no boundaries. So if you speak in general as a principle, imagination has no boundaries. But when we apply it at an individual level, imagination has a lot of boundaries. We keep those boundaries. So when we start thinking about extraordinary success, as we start thinking about extraordinary success, what happens? We start applying logic to it, right? For example, so we have time. For example, suppose you go to a petrol pump every day to fill the petrol. Okay, so you are filling the petrol every day, right? Or let's take another example, right? This is what I have repeated many times. So I will just another example came to my mind. You go to a McDonald's restaurant every frequently with your family or friends, or you take your clients also there, and you meet them, have a cup of coffee, burger, discuss, and so on, right? Friends, family. So you go there frequently. So there you see a girl, right? She does all the odd job there, right? So she is not even serving behind the counter. She is doing odd jobs. She is doing jobs like probably mopping the floor, picking up the dish, and so on. So it's like uh, you would have even not noticed her, but somehow now because you go there frequently, you notice her. So you see that she is very dedicated. She is doing all her work on the time, and then out of curiosity, you ask her, okay, so what are you doing? And she says, yeah, I have come to Mumbai to become an actress. Yeah, I want to become a very well-known actress in this. I want to become an actress, work in movies and TV serials and so on. What would you think about her? Probably there is a watchman in your building. He's at the gate. You are out of curiosity, you ask him, what do you want to be? He says, I've come to work in movies someday. I will become a star. What will you say? What will you think? So you will not say anything, of course. It would sound good, but what you will feel when you see people at that level, they are dreamers, yeah. So thank you. So they are dreamers, not only dreamers, right? So there are words which we have coined, like Mungeri Lal, Sheikh Chilli. So we'll say, yeah, this guy or this girl, has he or she gone mad? She is now wiping the floor and she's saying she's going to become a star. Or this guy is a security guard and he's saying that he's going to be a star. But there are people actually who have become one. Look at Smriti Irani, right? So she was at one point of time mopping floors. So we will not go into how they became, but yeah, but they became, right? You speak about Nawazuddin Siddiqui, when you listen to his audios or his interviews, you will find that he struggled, and not only struggled for a day or for a month or for a year, for more than 12 years. Pankaj Tripathi, if you look at him, right? So these people, yeah. So if you talk about petrol attendant, right? So Dhirubhai Ambani was once a petrol attendant. Rajnikant was a bus conductor, right? So what happens is, first thing is that to achieve extraordinary success. So I'm not saying that if you start imagining, you will reach there. Okay, but it will start from there. So there is a beautiful saying: start aiming at stars, you will at least reach at moon, right? So first you have to start dreaming big. So you have to start seeing things big, right? So imagination. So when you imagine, allow your mind to imagine, right? So imagine with no boundaries. However, when you start applying actions, then you should start thinking logically. So now I have decided that मुझे ये करना है, मुझे ये बनना है. अब कैसे? Then you start working on it logically. So you have a dream, and now to fulfill that dream, you start taking steps from now, one at a time, to reach there. Focused that I am going to make it there. So whatever it needs, so the struggle, so the pain, so the efforts that need to be put in to reach there, you have to start working towards it. So imagination is more powerful, and not only for BC scientist, Newton, for we all see things falling from falling and uh, falling to the ground, right? So many times children drop their toys and they fall down. They drop toys from their, if you are staying on first floor, they drop it from the first floor and it goes. But they never ask you, ye niche kyun gira? But Newton asked, why did it fall? Why didn't it go up? Right? And that is the power of imagination. Right? If you look at Einstein theory of relativity, it is more about imagination. He could create first these things in his mind, and then he starts kind of trying to explain his theory using the observations and the calculations. Stephen Hawkins, so he got this Big Bang theory and his book on universe. I forgot the name. So all this is the creation of imagination and then putting it into explaining it logically with maths and numbers and observations and so on. So for extraordinary success, you need to imagine without boundaries. Put that into action and reach there. So that is what about my book, what stands between you and success is about. So whatever negative beliefs, limiting beliefs, which we have accumulated over a period of time and kept it in our unconscious mind, are going to stop us from reaching our success. So reaching utilizing our potential to the fullest. I believe that everyone in this world at any level, any human being has huge amount of potential, but he doesn't know, right? He doesn't know because he's limiting himself. So his limited thinking, imagination, without he cannot think beyond a certain level. He cannot go beyond a certain circle. If he can't even think beyond that certain limit or circle, how is going to reach there? Forget, if he can't see himself on the other side, how can he actually reach there? Right. So imagination has more power than anything else. So that is how I'm not saying that just because you are able to imagine means you are going to reach there, but it will start from there. Right. Now, how to imagine and reach there? So you have to put those efforts and actions. When we talk about battleground, which is the biggest battleground? Which is the biggest battleground? You know which is the biggest battleground in this world? Any guesses? You can use the chat box. You can unmute and tell me. So thank you very much. Gopal Krishna says our mind, right? So our mind is the biggest battleground. Every human mind is the biggest battleground. Whether I can do it, whether I cannot do it, whether it is positive, whether it is negative, whether it will look good, it will look bad. So constantly we are struggling, right? Our mind is struggling with self-doubt or confidence. Stored information, we have already so much of information stored with our experience, very difficult to change, right? It is like life is like Google, right? Life is like Google. For example, if I tell you to search 10 harmful effects of eating egg every day, you will get harmful effects of having egg every day. If you search benefits of having egg every day, you will find benefits of having egg every day. So it is life is like Google. What you will search, you will get. So if I search whether I can do it, so you will get reasons why you can do it. If I search why I can't do it, so you will get reasons why you can't do it. So the more you limit yourself, the more you are going to get response that okay, yeah, you're right, it is limited, you can't go beyond that. The more you say that okay, I have no boundaries, the more it is likely that you are going to explore, go beyond the boundaries. So when we talk, we understood that, okay, how our mind works, conscious mind, unconscious mind. Information is stored in our unconscious mind, 4 times more negative, all negative information in our unconscious mind. Unconscious mind has no fault. It is what we have processed and stored it in it. So it is not because our unconscious mind is negative, because we have a tendency to think 4 times negative conscious mind consciously, because it is rather necessary for our survival. We end up filling up all the negative information. Right. Now I am talking about extraordinary success. So first answer you will get is impossible. Now, how do you change that? What do you do? And remember, 96% of whatever we do is controlled by our unconscious mind. So imagine if something is accepted by our unconscious mind, what will happen? Every organ, every cell, every movement of your body will be towards achieving your dreams, achieving your goal. Every second, every minute, you would be focused on that, even while you are sleeping, right? It will be like, you're unconsciously thinking about how to reach there. Right? So it happens many times with me that I work late, and then I'm sleeping a little late because I know I have already done my work in the night, so it's okay to compensate, sleep a little extra, and somebody calls. So many a times I am actually answering people on my phone, and I am in semi-sleep, because at the back of the mind, my unconscious mind is still working on how to get things done, how to get uh, uh, it's working towards making my training programs successful or impactful, so that the participants really have a connect, they understand, and they go uh, by learning something new and implementing, growing and developing. Right. So what do I do to make that happen? So I understood conscious mind, unconscious mind, lot of negative information. It is necessary, however, too much, it is going to stop me from achieving success. And now I'm thinking about imagination. But as soon as I start using the imagination, my logical mind starts telling me कि ये तो नहीं होएगा, ये तो impossible है, this is stupidity, uh, you are fooling yourself, and all those things will come to your mind. Then what do? क्या कर सकते हैं? What do you think can be done? So any guesses?
Try to stop having negative
So how do you
emotions.
stop it? Because it is automatic. You have no control over unconscious mind directly. So how do you stop it? And see, you don't know what is stopping you. If I ask you a question today, are you living a life at your optimum? Your skills, your knowledge, your abilities, are they fully utilized? What will be the answer of most of the people in the world? Most of the people will answer no, right? And people who say yes are probably ignorant. They don't know what they can do. So again, the answer can be no. Right? So the answer is no. But then he or she doesn't know. I don't know what is stopping me. If I know what is stopping me, I can take some action about it. But I don't know which negative information is stopping me. What negative information I collected during my childhood days is stopping me from reaching there. I don't know. So what do I do?
We
So
have to
what? Yeah.
take charge of yourself, accept
How
ourselves the way we are.
Okay, then. But that
Accept
information
ourselves.
still is there. It doesn't go.
We have to make a conscious effort to focus on the good that we have.
Right.
And try to develop that so that
Right.
the negative automatically becomes lesser than the positive that we have.
Right.
And it needs conscious reminder and support from ourselves, and try to avoid the criticisms that we get. Take it
Right.
only positively to reconstruct our thoughts.
Right.
A difficult task,
Right.
but a constant effort is needed.
Right. So thank you very much. You're all right there. So very good. Thank you very much. That was wonderful. But still the question is it how difficult it is? Is it so easy? that you get them in the morning, continue to try to think positive, try to look at positive things when there are so many things negative happening. So everybody knows that, yeah, negative self. So you switch on TV, so you see a lot of negativity. You switch news channel, you see a lot of negativity. You go out, you start talking to your colleagues, a lot of negativity coming there. So from everywhere, when there is so much of negativity coming in, how do you continue? Is it how easy it is to implement what we are saying? So everybody knows that, yeah, we have to think positive, focus on positive things, but how easy it is?
So we should make it a habit, a disciplined effort where daily we work on this. Knowing our weaknesses there, we might go 2 steps behind, but it should be a determined resolve. That
How easy it is?
it's not easy.
Yeah.
It
So
takes a lot of
yeah.
effort.
So we all know that, but it is very difficult to implement. It's not easy. It is not
We need
practically
support
for.
from outside, sir. We need
Ah.
support from
So
experts like you.
who is going to support you? Okay. Okay. So great. So thank you very much. So you are right there. So, but it is extremely difficult. See, controlling your mind. So if you read Bhagavad Gita, Arjun tells Krishna that, yeah, controlling your mind is like it's like trying to hold this sea sand in your hand, or trying to hold air in your uh, fist. Like so, somebody like Arjun, right, who had difficulty in controlling his mind. So in front of him, we are ordinary mortals. How can we control our mind? Right? It is literally impossible. Right? So what do we do? Okay. So what do we do? So the easier way out is you bypass the conscious mind, connect directly with your unconscious and reprogram it. So we can reprogram our unconscious mind. That is possible when we bypass our conscious mind and connect directly with our unconscious. Okay. And make what sounds impossible can be made possible. Right. So this is what we can do: bypass the conscious mind, connect with the unconscious. Now, this is a natural process. It happens with us many times. So while we go to sleep, our conscious is sleeping, but our unconscious mind is working. It works 24/7. Right. So it is not unnatural. So what we do is we can when we talk about NLP or coaching and counseling, we work in 3 stages. First is that you remove negativity, then you increase positivity, and feed the dream, feed that imagination, the desire of the kind of life you want to have at your unconscious level. Right. Once your unconscious accepts it, then what happens? The entire energy of your system would start focusing on going there. Right. For example, if somebody wants to lose weight, right, how difficult it is to go to exercise every day, right, to control your diet, to control your food, lot of things you need to take care of. Not easy. That is why not everybody is doing it. Very few are doing it. Right. Most of us are not able to do that, follow that routine. Now, why? Because now what can be done? You can feed what you want to be in your unconscious mind, so that your mind, your body is working towards it. So you don't have to force yourself early in the morning. You will get up automatically and go out for a walk, for a jog, for a run, for yoga. Right? You automatically control, because you know that if you are controlling this food, you're going to live longer. You're going to live longer. You will see your loved ones. You will be able to contribute to the society. You will be able to do a lot of things. If you're no more, the story is over. So we can create that kind of programming at the unconscious level. The reprogramming our unconscious mind is especially more important in today's modern world. Stress is the highest today, right? Why the stress is highest today? COVID has further amplified it, but yeah, stress is the highest today, because we all are expected to do a lot of things in very little time. We are all expected to achieve a lot of things in very limited time. Just give me a minute. So I will mute everyone. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of expectations. See, if you look at 20, 30 years before, when you talk about material wealth, people didn't even have a television at their home, right? It was a big deal. Nobody you would buy a two-wheeler. Most of them will travel by public transport. So the requirement were very limited, right? Nobody had mobile phones, no phones. Forget about mobile phones, no phones. Right? People would go to the tailor shop, give him the clothes, and he will stitch your clothes and give it to you. No brands, nothing. Right? So our requirement and our expectations were limited. Now today, every day the expectation is increasing, right? Now there is uh, no limit to what you can buy. You look at cars, you look house, you look at anything. It is so expensive, and even if you have it, you will always feel that you have something less, because if you compare, you will somebody will always have something more always. So the world has changed. It has become so materialistic, because of which the stress is highest today. Plus, a lot of negativity comes from our TV, our movies, social media, which makes us feel more and more negative, right? Then value system is deteriorating. Value systems are breaking down, right? Look at the value system 30, 40 years before we have, or if you read old stories, right? So if you read some stories of the past, so there will be somebody, XYZ, who would ask loan from ABC, and he will say, okay, if I don't give you these 10 golden coins by the last day of the next month, right? I will sacrifice my hair, right? Uh, so uh, by the end of 30th, he will be worried. The person who has taken the loan will be worried, because he will start thinking, how will I face that person? He trusted me and he gave me, he helped me, and I'm not able to repay. Today, you take loan, right? And then when it comes to repaying it, you will run away, right? You are not worried. And then if things become serious, you say, कभी दिया था बता मुझे, कुछ लिख के रखा है क्या? So there are so value systems are going down, right? For 50, 30, 40 years before, people used to live in joint families. So children of your uncles were like your brothers and sisters. Were your brothers and sisters, right? If you look at the older generation, sometimes they had stronger bond with uncle's son and uncle's daughter more than his own brother and sisters. Right? So the connection was very strong. Today, as soon as the children grow up, the brothers and sisters start fighting for the properties. Brothers, sisters will start fighting for that small or little property which the father or their parents have left. So value systems are going down. Very difficult to trust people today. The kind of role models we have, right? So see the kind of role models we have in the olden times. Who would be the role model for most of the people? See, so the biggest role model for everyone would be teachers. Teachers would be regarded at a very high level. Today, teachers are rarely regarded at that level. It is more, see, who should be regarded at the high level? Farmers, soldiers, doctors, teachers. These are the professions should be regarded at high level. But who are regarded at high level? Who make more money? Film stars, cricketers, politicians, they will have all the money. And people who are actually contributing to the society, they are struggling. They are struggling to meet their ends. That is because of the wrong value system the society is following in the modern world, right? Relationship, I already spoke about. Role model. Because of this, the stress is highest today. Anxiety and depression is highest today in the world. In a country like India, we have highest level of stress, anxiety, m- maximum cases. It is research says that one out of every seven in India is suffering from severe anxiety and depression. Right. So this is what the modern world is doing to us. Now, what do we do in coaching and counseling? We help people change their perception, change their belief systems using different techniques, make their attitude more positive, be more self-aware. So what is happening around us and how it is affecting me? Dealing with stress, removing past painful memories, dealing with psychosomatic diseases, health and addiction, sleep disorder, very common problem. So I have had people who were not able to sleep for 3 4 days in a real bad state, and then using NLP hypnosis, we could help them get them a good sleep. Fears, dealing with your fears. Relationship is the biggest uh, problem today. Broken relationships are very common. People go through a lot of trauma. So I recently did counseling of one of the lady going through broken relationship, and she was away from her husband from almost 14 15 years, because of not because of the difference between her and her husband, but because of the difference in the family, and she was kind of at the verge of doing something harmful to us, harmful to her, and she came for counseling, and immediately after one technique, 45 minutes or an hour, she was feeling like a changed person. So the impact was immediate. In most of the cases, the impact is immediate. So we can help people find what is the purpose of their life, what are their strengths, where they can do better, help them find opportunities, help them find solutions to the problems, be more creative. See, unconscious mind is creative and imaginative part, right? Right. It is not easy. So for that, we have to do meditation. Okay. So how does meditation will solve these problems? Meditation will help you find inner peace, but beyond that, what? So I have done these techniques on people who have been doing meditation for a very long time. Some were 14 15 years, and with the help of NLP and hypnosis, we can take them in a deeper state of relaxation which they cannot experience on their own. Okay. And then we have, so thank you very much for sharing. And then we can help them attract health, wealth, money, happiness, success, build their relationship. In the entire process, the best part is we are not going to provide them any kind of solutions. The solutions will come from their subconscious mind. The belief is that subconscious mind is all powerful. It has all the powers. It has all the information. It has everything to bring about the changes in our life. Okay. And that is what we can do with NLP and hypnosis. So to experience it, right, let me check what is the time now. We are at 9:55. See, if you are comfortable, if you're okay, I can do this technique right now with you, right? But you will have to keep your videos on. If I see at least 4 of the participants keeping their video on, I will go ahead and do this technique. But because why 4? Because there will be internet issue, then somebody will disappear, right? And then because I can't see, I will not be able to give suggestions, and we all will be stranded. So at least 3 4 of you can keep your videos on. I will wait. So no problems. So we will go ahead with the presentation. If you can, I will still do it in the end. So I can see only one camera on. Just give me a minute. I will check. So thanks. Rohini has kept her camera on. Rest. So if others are not ready, I will give you time, so you can in next 5-10 minutes adjust and keep it ready, and we will see if I have more cameras on in the end to keep to do the demonstration. Is it okay? So I assume it's okay. We have no other option. So I will continue with my slide share. So we will experience it if the cameras are on in the end. Okay. So we learned about subconscious mind, how subconscious mind influences, how it is responsible or it controls whatever we are achieving in our life. We can bring about huge amount of changes. See, forget about going through issues, problems, trauma. So that is one part of it. Increasing positivity. Nobody, uh, I haven't found anybody who says, okay, I'm living a life where I'm using my skills, my knowledge, everything to the optimum, right? So how to lead that life with optimum? So with using these different NLP techniques, forget about negativity to further achieve our goals and targets in our life, to have a better life than whatever we are living. We can use these NLP techniques and improve our lives many folds. So to know more, right? You understood conscious mind, unconscious mind. So I have another session on 10th of August, Wednesday. This is going to be 4 hours, where I'm going to talk about what is coaching, what is counseling, how they are different, and other techniques which we have, what is NLP, and how we can combine these NLP techniques in our coaching and counseling sessions. I have, and that will help you. We will learn a simple model that will help us combine coaching, counseling, NLP together, and how to use them effectively. So do register if you have not done so, and you can join this session using the same link which you are using right now to join the subconscious mind program. So right leadership program we concluded on Thursday, next Saturday. So the dates are not right. So that is Saturday, 6th August. We have this what stands between you and success. So we will learn how to make a blueprint that will help us reach our goals and dreams. And this is on my book, which was available on Amazon and which is being re-edited, and I will put it again next month. So talking about the programs based on NLP, I have a program called Transformation Program. This is for the participants who want to bring about changes in their lives. It is a customized program starting from 25th August. We meet for 3 Thursdays, 1 hour. We understand the challenges you are facing. Based on that, we will define the goal. So whatever negativity you need to deal with, the positivity you want to create, the kind of life you want to create, all three things: negativity, positivity, and success. So we will understand from you. Once you enroll, we will have a one-to-one conversation, write it down, set a goal for ourselves. Then we will go through these 3 sessions. These 3 sessions will be group sessions. We all the participants enrolled will come at 8:45, will be there till 9:45, 10, and they will go through series of techniques these 3 days. This will also combine 2 one-to-one sessions as well. So apart from 3 sessions, I will do 2 one-to-one sessions also with every participant. So the timings we will decide. So once you enroll, we start the process. We will have a WhatsApp group based on your availability and my availability. We will fix up times and we will fix up a time and we will go through one-to-one sessions, all on Zoom. So 3 group sessions and 2 one-to-one sessions we will do. The investment for this entire process is very small. It is only 2,700 and you can pay it in 2 parts, right? So you get a certification of certificate of participation that you have participated in the powers of subconscious mind program, and we will do regular meditation sessions also, and I will also teach you during the process mindful meditation. So a form of meditation which is practiced widely in Google. So we will learn that. So a very simple technique that will help you kind of manage your day-to-day emotions. So that we will learn. You will get certification, 2 free sessions and 3 group sessions in just 2,700 rupees. And this is only for 5 participants, no taxes on this. Whoever is interested can message us, and we will share the payment link and the registration link. I believe that if you have to optimize your skills and knowledge, live an optimum life, you should have a coach who knows NLP and hypnosis, who can work at the subconscious level. The other program which we have is NLP certification course. So this is 4 Sundays, 21st, 28th, 4th and 11th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. What we are going to learn in this? We are going to learn 25 NLP techniques and 20 different topics which are associated with, which are connected with NLP and hypnosis, subconscious mind, and so on. It is step-by-step learning. So every week, Sunday we meet, we learn something. We have 1 week to ruminate, practice, come back, and then learn something new again. So it is not a download in just 3-4 days, 5 days together. Like, we learn techniques, we practice them and get into learn. We learn how to work at deeper subconscious level. You remember I sharing with you that you get instant benefit, almost instant. So I'm not saying everybody, but most of them will get instant benefit. They will see the difference instantly, immediately, as soon as the session is over. So how to work at deeper subconscious level so that the impact is immediate, quick, the results are quick, right? We will also learn how to design and customize this technique. So you will learn 25 NLP techniques, plus you will learn how to design and customize these techniques. So all these 25 techniques will not work step by step on everyone as it is. So it is obvious, right? If I tell you, give you 10 steps and tell you कि ऐसा ऐसा बोलो तो हो जाएगा, तो हर एक के ऊपर नहीं होगा, right? And that is why most of the NLP practitioners, after learning NLP, they stop practicing it. It is only there on their CV. I have come across n number of NLP practitioners. They will say, I'm a master practitioner. I came from UK and learned it. Ask him one simple question: when did you apply it last? And he will say, no, I haven't applied it. I'm not using it. I'm using it rarely, because he has learned NLP, but he doesn't know how to apply this NLP techniques in his training, in his counseling, coaching sessions. So even after knowing it, it is still there. So you learn how to use these techniques, applications, learn how to customize it. If somebody says, yeah, close your eyes, think about an elephant, think about pink elephant. He says, I can't see a pink elephant. I'm not able to see apple. I am able to see banana. Then what do? So you get stuck. So you will learn how to design, customize your own techniques and make it work on everyone. You can work on self, work on others, work on groups. These are online sessions and practical sessions. So it is online means it will be only on theory. No, it will be a practical course. You will learn communication model, very vital, because everything starts with communication and ends with communication. Now you are learning from this session. It's communication. If I don't have communication skills, I will not be able to do this. So communication model, very vital. Understanding what is communication, how it works, we will go deeper than the communication model which we have learned so far. And then manifestation technique. So creating a future you always wanted at subconscious level. We will also learn how to do this deeper effortless meditation. So when we were talking about meditation, when you do meditation yourself, you will not go beyond a certain level. But when we will learn a technique with the help of which you can take others into deeper state of meditation, which they cannot experience on their own. Guaranteed they will not be able to experience on their own. After this certification is over, then what? After that, we have regular practice sessions and support. You want to use technique on someone, you have some questions, you're free to connect with me and take my inputs and then go and work with the client. So that support will be there. We'll have a WhatsApp group. Whatever groups have taken training from me so far. We all have groups and we are still connected. And you can always connect with me, learn deeper, wider applications of NLP, how to use NLP in training, coaching, counseling, therapy. I had psychiatrists in my program. I had doctors, lawyers attending my program, professionals. I had director HR of the program attending program, director sales attending the NLP program. So that powerful the NLP techniques are. After this, completing this program, you can conduct your own sessions on law of attraction, subconscious mind, and other NLP courses. Right. Now, managers, leaders, trainers, corporate employees, L&D and HR professionals, motivational speakers, sports persons, sales and marketing guys, communication and influencers, counseling, therapists, psychiatrists, entrepreneurs, self-employed professionals like doctors, lawyers, healers, psychosomatic diseases, for curing psychosomatic diseases, meditation practitioners, yoga, gym instructors, dietitians. They can help along with NLP. They can help people to kind of stick to the diet, help them come to the exercise, yoga, gym regularly. Emotional wellness and mental health practitioners, Reiki practitioners can join this NLP course. We also learn along with NLP what is hypnosis. So hypnosis is how to take a person in the deeper state of relaxation and do NLP technique so the impact is immediate, instant, deeper, and long lasting. Right. So what you do is you get handouts for all the techniques and all the theory which I'm going to share. You will get recordings for the demo sessions. So whatever demonstrations I will do during the program, you will get recordings for that. And you get practice sessions after you complete the program. The investment is 28,500. We give 50% discount. So you can pay 14,250, 3 installments, 4,750 each. Right. So there are participants who have are enrolled at the end and even have paid 18,000, 19,000 rupees to attend this program. However, we have a special discount because you came here, attended this subconscious mind session, invested your 2 hours almost. So we will give you additional 15% discount. So you have to pay only 9,975. And you can pay this also in 3 parts. So you have to pay only 3,325. 9,975 in 3 parts. That is 3,325 by tomorrow and register. Then the rest you can pay in August and then the September 1st week. So that is how you can pay it in 3 parts. So it will not be a strain on your finances. You can easily pay so much of amount we spend on our entertainment and leisure. Becomes very insignificant. You also get NLP practitioner certificate for 4 days. You attend 10 to 5 p.m. And if you attend life coach program on 10th August, you get life coach certificate also. So if you enroll for NLP practitioners course now, you get NLP practitioner certificate also when you complete 4 days, and you also get life coach certificate when you attend the 10th August 4-hour session. So you get 2 certificates at this cost, and that too you pay in 3 parts. What are the topics going to be covered? So these are the topics. These are the techniques which are going to be covered. If you want, you can message me and my team, and they will share this entire details on your email as well. So when I will start this session, I will NLP practitioners course. This slide will be in front of me, and every day we will tick highlight what we have covered and what is left. And we will do minimum 25 techniques, 13 topics, and this communication module. Okay. And then apart from this, like I spoke, our core is personal effectiveness and leadership. I did a program, The Right Leadership Style, which was very well received. It was well attended. So if you have any requirement of leadership program in your organization, personal effectiveness, you can let me know. So the content is here. I can share it with you also. Okay. So this is about this session. if you really like the session, please follow me on LinkedIn, write a recommendation so that we reach more people. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. The entire session is available on YouTube. You can go check the session once again, all the content which I have covered. You can join our WhatsApp group, Facebook group, LinkedIn group and Instagram group to stay updated about the upcoming programs. In WhatsApp also, we have two groups. One is silent group where uh, I am the admin and I will post only updates about the program. No other posts are allowed. One is open group where you can share your post as well. So you can interact and connect with other participants as well. So this is what we have. We will share the link with you. You can join that time. So now at the end of the program, Rakesh says my video is not on, so no problems. If at least 2 or 3 participants can open their videos, I will do this technique, or I will wait for 30 seconds, or we will close the session because we're already 15 minutes beyond. So I will do a shorter version, but it will be equally effective. You will experience the deeper state which I'm talking about. If you have any questions, you are free to ask. I'm waiting for you. I will wait only for 30 seconds to check if you have any questions, if you are ready for the demo. So Rohini is very keen. She has adjusted and kept her video on. And for her, I will definitely do the technique in next 15 minutes. We will be there together for next 15 to 20 minutes. If you also want to experience, you can keep your video on. Okay. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you very much, Rakesh. So what I'm going to do is okay. Okay. So Rohini, you can close your eyes. So if you are unable to keep your videos on but still want to practice it, you can do so. You can experience uh, by the same suggestions as well. But if I see you, it becomes better. Okay. So Rohini, you can close your eyes. Before you close your eyes, you can think about the kind of life you want for yourself. So you allow your memory to flow without any restrictions and think about the kind of life you want. Now, this life which you want, you can decide your own timeline. So maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. So whatever you think is right, you can make a plan in your mind that, okay, after 3 years down the line, this is kind of life I want for myself. So the kind of relationships you want, the kind of wealth you want, like house, car, and bank balance, and things which you want, relationships, the kind of job or service or business, or as a professional where you want to be. So you can think about it. For next 37 seconds, I will be silent. Okay, Rohini, you can now close your eyes. So I'm sure you have thought about your future. You can just nod your head and let me know. Okay, thank you. So because you are on mute, you have to just nod your head enough so that I can see, and that will help me. Okay. Okay. So you can close your eyes.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, you can study your camera. You have to put it somewhere. So you don't have to hold it because you will not be able to hold it during the process. So ready, Rohini?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
great. So you can close your eyes.
Okay.
and you can slowly and steadily bring your focus on your breath. So you have to answer only by nodding your head. You don't have to speak anything during the process. And you can keep yourself on mute. So you can close your eyes and slowly and steadily focus on your breath. You can take 3 deep breaths. Thank you. As you take 3 deep breaths, you will notice your breath moving in rhythmic motion. Breath going in, lungs expanding, breath going out, lungs contracting. When you bring your attention around your nostrils, you can even feel the breath coming in and going out. The rhythm of your breath, you will notice sooner or later a kind of heightened sensation around your body. Even the smallest of sound coming from farthest of the distance, you can hear clearly. You can slowly and steadily move your attention on your hands, on your fingers, and notice heightened sensation around your fingers, around your hands. You will notice the feeling around your hand increasing sooner or later. You can slowly and steadily move your attention on your feet and notice heightened sensation around your feet. You can slowly and steadily move your attention on your shoulders and notice your shoulders are becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. You can bring your attention slowly and steadily on your shoulders and notice sooner or later your shoulders are becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. You can now slowly and steadily move your attention around your throat and notice your throat is becoming drier. When you notice dryness in your throat, you can gulp and make it wet. Now I'm going to count from 5 to 1 in reverse order. As I start counting from 5 to 1 in reverse order, you will go in the deeper state of relaxation. When you're ready, you can nod your head and let me know. 5, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. 4, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. 3, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. 2, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. 1. You will notice sooner or later your eyes are becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. Finally, they will become so heavy that you will have difficulty in opening them. Sooner or later, your eyes will become so heavy that you will find it difficult to open. Now I am going to count from 5 to 1 once again in reverse order and will take you deeper in the state of relaxation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you can imagine that you are standing in a corridor and there is a door in front of you. You can open the door and go inside the room. As you go inside the room, you will notice lights of different colors are falling on your body and increasing positive emotions in you. Happiness, joy, peace, motivation, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, happiness, all the positive emotions in you are increasing many folds. You see me sitting in front of you, giving you all the positive energies from my body, from my hands, and you are hungrily absorbing all those positive energies. The Almighty God, the divine power you believe in, is blessing you from the sky and is further increasing positivity in you. You see all the negative emotions flowing out of your body into the ground. You see a TV set in front of you. The remote of this TV set is in front of you. The remote is with you. You can press the button and start the TV. You will start seeing the kind of future you always wanted for yourself on this TV screen. So the kind of life you always wanted to live, the kind of relationship you always wanted, the kind of wealth you always wanted, that is car, house, bank balance, money, the kind of relationship you wanted with your loved ones, the kind of job, the service, the position you always wanted, the kind of business you wanted for yourself. See yourself achieving all that you wanted in your life. See the smile on your face of a winner, the walk of a winner. See your loved ones congratulating you, appreciating you for your success. See your family happy with your success. See your friends, colleagues appreciating you, congratulating you for your success. See your smile, the walk of a winner. See the kind of bank balance you always wanted. See the divine blessings falling on these pictures, making them brighter, bolder, and more beautiful. You're feeling blessed, and your future is being blessed by the divine powers. Convert these beautiful pictures into beautiful pictures and frame them into with the golden frames. Hang them in beautiful part of your subconscious mind where you will see it every day as soon as you wake up and before you go to sleep. Request your unconscious to help you, support you, guide you, help you take actions to fulfill your dreams into a reality. Request your unconscious, and I am also requesting your unconscious to help you, support you, guide you, protect you, so that you can reach there. Once your unconscious has accepted that suggestion, you can come out of the room. Now I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and you're going to come from relaxation state to the normal state. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to count from 1 to 5 once again, and after I finish counting, you can slowly and steadily open your eyes. 1, 2, integrate. 3, 4, all bodies and personalities integrate with your physical body totally and completely right now. Integrate. Now slowly and steadily you can open your eyes. So see, that's the reason I was saying that at least 3, 4 participants should keep their camera on. But doesn't matter. And I have told you that you will not be able to hold your camera when you go into deeper state of relaxation. So Rohini, because you were seen for some part of time, you can share how you felt. You can unmute and tell me as well, or you can use the chat box. You will have to unmute yourself. I will allow you to unmute now. Yeah, now you can unmute. You should be able to unmute now. So if others have been able to do this process with your cameras closed, you can still share with me. So Rohini says, I feel very nice. Thank you. I would have loved to hear your voice as well. Nazrat says it was a good session. Thank you. Somehow Rohini is not able to unmute.
Hello,
Yeah, now we can hear you clearly.
you can hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I feel very nice. I was in the other world, not in my state, and I feel very something is going in my mind, and I was really feel very nice so that I'm reached on that stage.
So
Whatever
yeah, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I want, I reach there. I was dreaming that it's reached on my stage.
Right. So imagine if her unconscious accepts it, when her unconscious accepts the kind of future she wants to create for herself, her whole energy, her conscious plus unconscious together will work towards it. And you can see how the impact would be. So thank you very much, Rohini, for participating and keeping your video on so that others could at least observe what was happening. So thank you. So
Thank you so much.
yeah, welcome. So others can also share experience. If you have any questions, you're free to ask Rohini. If you have any questions, you are free to ask. I will wait for a couple of seconds and then you can I will close it if you have nothing to say. Remember, if you want to join the NLP course and learn NLP hypnosis and these techniques, you can join, you can confirm. If you have any questions, you can connect with me tomorrow and I will be free to answer. Remember, this offer is going to be only till 31st of July. And if you have any questions, if you want to ask me anything, you are free to do so now or even tomorrow. So I assume you have no questions. Rohini, thank you very much once again because I had to do it because you had kept your camera on and it was wonderful that you took that initiative and gave us your valuable time. Thanks to
Thank
everyone. Looking forward to your participation to next session. Have a wonderful time ahead. All the best. Bye.
you, sir.
Take care. See you in the upcoming sessions. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Nazareth, for being present. Thank you, Sheila, for the